Something just happened that changes everything. The United States has officially launched a military strike against Iran. Right now, millions of Americans are frozen, staring at their phones or TVs, wondering the same thing. What does this mean for us, the everyday citizens who didn't ask for any of this? I'm not here to talk politics. I'm not here to speculate or sensationalize. I'm here because I've spent over 20 years preparing for moments just like this, and helping others do the same. Because when situations like this unfold, those who are calm and prepared are the ones who make it through. Let's be clear, this could stay contained, or it could escalate fast. Could it spark a regional war? Could Iran retaliate? Could we see cyber attacks, infrastructure failures, power outages, or supply chain breakdowns here at home? The truth is, we don't know yet. But what we do know is that waiting until the chaos starts is too late. That's why in this video, I'm going to break down what's happening in plain English, what risks are on the table for people like you and me, and most importantly, what you should be doing right now to protect yourself, your home, and your family. We'll talk about real-life steps you can take today to prepare, stay informed, and avoid panic. You don't need a bunker or thousands of dollars in gear. You need clarity, a plan, and the will to act. If things escalate, you'll be ready. And if they don't, you'll still be more prepared than most. Let's get into what's really going on, and what we do next. Here's what we know so far. Early this morning, the United States confirmed a targeted military strike against key infrastructure inside Iran. The Pentagon has stated the operation was strategic, aimed at neutralizing threats to American forces and interests in the region. No official details yet on casualties or retaliation, but Iranian leadership has already promised a strong and immediate response. Now, I want to make something clear, this is not a video about fear. This is about situational awareness. You don't need to be glued to the news, but you do need to understand the phases of escalation that could impact us here at home. First, expect cyber retaliation. Iran has developed sophisticated cyber capabilities. In past incidents, they've disrupted banks, oil infrastructure, even hospital networks. That means the next few days could bring power grid failures, GPS disruption, or shutdowns in communication networks. Imagine being unable to use your credit card, access your online banking, or even call loved ones. Second, the risk of civil panic. When people get scared, they make sudden, emotional decisions. Grocery stores. Emptied. Gas stations. Lines down the block. Pharmacies. Out of essentials. We've seen it before, pandemics, storms, economic crashes. The pattern repeats. That panic is more dangerous than the event itself. Third, we face the potential of isolated attacks or sabotage on critical infrastructure. Airports. Government buildings, subways, anything symbolic or vulnerable becomes a possible target. Law enforcement is already tightening security, but again, waiting to see what happens is the wrong move. And there's a fourth layer, misinformation. In conflict situations, disinformation spreads like wildfire. False alerts, fear-based rumors, and conspiracy theories will clog social media. Trust reliable sources, and trust your plan. So, what should you take away from this? You're not powerless. You're not helpless. But awareness needs to become action. Don't wait for the official alert or the breaking news that confirms your fears. Be ahead of it. Take a breath, stay grounded, and stay with me, because next, I'll show you the first concrete steps to take today. Let's break this down. Right now, there are several paths this situation could take. Some may blow over quickly. Others may not. As a survival expert, I don't rely on hope. I look at realistic scenarios and ask, how does this affect regular people like you and me? Scenario 1. Retaliation overseas. This is the most immediate and likely. Iran could target US bases, allies, or shipping lanes in the region. The conflict might stay regional, but your life will still be affected. Oil prices could surge. Flights could be cancelled. Global markets could dip. You might see gas at $7 per gallon, delivery delays, or even your job impacted depending on your industry. Scenario 2. Cyber attack on domestic infrastructure. Imagine waking up to find your bank account frozen, your phone dead, or your city's traffic lights malfunctioning. Iran has targeted financial systems, water treatment plants, and even 911 services before. A single attack could bring confusion, mistrust, and chaos, not because of the damage itself, but because we rely so heavily on these systems every hour of every day. Scenario 3. Escalation into broader conflict. If Iran retaliates aggressively and other countries join in, we may see airspace closures, travel bans, military presence on US streets, or even curfews. While rare, these actions are part of national defense protocols. And if your city becomes a soft target, you'll need to know where to go and how to stay informed. Scenario 4. Psychological and social breakdown. Even if no missiles land here, fear can break societies. People act irrationally under pressure, hoarding, looting, turning on each other. In previous crises, it wasn't the event itself that hurt people, it was the panic that followed. So ask yourself, are you prepared mentally, physically, and logistically to handle any of these outcomes? If not, don't worry. You still have time. That's what the next section is for. I'll give you a clear action plan you can follow today to prepare, quietly, efficiently, and smartly, before the rest of the country even realizes it's necessary. Let's get practical. Right now, there are 3 things every American should do before the day ends. You don't need to panic. You don't need to spend thousands. You just need to take action. Step 1. Build a basic emergency supply kit. You don't need a bunker, you need essentials. Start with water, 1 gallon per person per day, for at least 3 days. That's the bare minimum. Next, stock up on food. Shelf-stable items like rice, pasta, canned vegetables, beans, tuna, peanut butter, and meal bars. Make sure you have a manual can opener. Now think light and power. Grab flashlights, extra batteries, headlamps, candles, and a lighter. Add a power bank for your phone. Include a first aid kit with bandages, antiseptic, painkillers, allergy meds, and anything you or your family use regularly. Don't skip sanitation. Moist towelettes, trash bags, toilet paper, hand sanitizer, feminine products, and soap. And communication. Get a battery-powered or crank radio. If cell networks go down, that radio could be your lifeline. Step 2. Prepare your home and your exits. Walk through your house right now and ask, if I had 10 minutes to leave, what would I grab? Pack a go bag with copies of IDs, medications, chargers, extra clothes, and some cash. Know your area. Identify 2 different evacuation routes. What roads are likely to get blocked? Where could you shelter if you couldn't go home? Find that now, not later. If sheltering in place, set up a safe room. A windowless basement or interior closet works best. Line it with essentials, blankets, water, and supplies. Reinforce doors if possible. A simple wedge or bar can prevent forced entry. Step 3. Set your communication plan. Phones may fail during chaos. So write out key contact numbers and give them to family members. Choose one relative or friend outside your state as your check-in person. Everyone should contact them if you're separated. Create a group chat or neighborhood alert group. When disaster strikes, the ones who already have each other's backs will survive together. Bonus step. Back up your essentials. Print your ID, insurance documents, and key passwords. Back them up on a flash drive. And keep small cash bills in your home in case ATMs or cards stop working. Most importantly, breathe. Preparation is a mindset. It's not about fear, it's about responsibility. If nothing happens, you're more organized. But if something does, you'll be the one who stayed calm, ready, and in control. In the next section, we'll dive into exactly how to respond during an actual emergency. Sirens, blackouts, or even explosions. Because that first 30 seconds, it matters more than anything. Let's talk about the moment it happens. No more theory. No more planning. Just action. If you hear sirens, explosions, or get an emergency alert, your brain has seconds to switch into survival mode. This is where panic kills, and calm action saves lives. Step 1. Seek cover, fast. If you're outdoors and hear a blast, drop to the ground. Get as low as possible. Cover your head and neck. If there's a solid object nearby, a concrete wall, the engine side of a car, a large tree, get behind it. Stay away from glass, open streets, or vehicles that might catch fire. If you're indoors, move away from windows immediately. Head to your safe room or a hallway without exterior exposure. High-rise residents should move down a few floors but avoid basements if there's a risk of gas leaks or structural collapse. Step 2. Shield yourself. Protect your body from flying debris. Lie flat, cover your vital organs, and shield your head. Open your mouth slightly and cover your ears. This helps relieve pressure from a blast shockwave. If time allows, reinforce your shelter with mattresses, furniture, or even heavy books for added protection. Step 3. Wait and listen. Don't move too soon. Secondary explosions are real. Stay put and silent. Listen for falling debris, alarms, or any signs of additional threats. Make decisions based on what you hear, not on panic. Step 4. Protect your air. Dust, chemicals, or smoke might follow a blast. Use an N95 mask if you have one. Otherwise, cover your nose and mouth with cloth, wet it if possible. Stay close to the floor where air is clearer. Step 5. Communicate, but conserve. Only call 911 if you are in immediate danger. Otherwise, use text. Keep it short. I'm okay. Your location. Cellular networks may be jammed, and emergency lines overwhelmed. Be brief and strategic. Your phone battery is now a lifeline. Step 6. Exit only when safe. If evacuation becomes necessary, grab your go bag and leave in a calm, organized way. Avoid elevators. Check stairwells for structural damage. Watch for live wires, broken glass, and unstable debris. If you see crowds running, move the other way. Panic creates danger. Mental reset. Remind yourself, you trained for this. You stayed calm. You took action. Now you're alive. Your next job is to regroup, assess, and adapt. In the next section, we'll cover the aftermath. What to do once the event ends. Because survival isn't just about making it through the moment. It's about rebuilding afterward, stronger and smarter. After the initial chaos fades, something even more important kicks in: how you think. Mental strength isn't about being fearless, it's about staying focused when everyone else is losing their heads. If you've followed the steps until now, you're already ahead. You've taken control. That gives you power and peace. But here's the truth: survival isn't a solo mission. One of the most powerful tools you have is community. Whether it's your neighbors, co-workers, or extended family. When people coordinate, share resources, and look out for each other, survival rates rise dramatically. Start small. Knock on a neighbor's door. Exchange numbers. Offer extra supplies or just start a conversation. During Hurricane Sandy, I saw entire apartment buildings survive better simply because one person took the lead and said, "Let's check on each other." You don't need a network of preppers, just a few people who've got your back, and vice versa. That may be the most protective force you'll ever build. This is also the moment when misinformation spreads fast. People will panic, rumors will fly. Be the calm one. Stay connected to verified sources like FEMA, NOAA, or local emergency managers. Don't forward anything you haven't confirmed. Protect your own energy, too. Rest when possible. Eat something. Stay hydrated. If you're with kids, they're reading your face more than your words. Your calm becomes their courage. And finally, give yourself grace. I've seen people freeze, panic, break down, because they thought fear meant failure. But it doesn't. It means you're human. Just don't let it stop you. We survive best when we prepare, and when we help others do the same. That might be the strongest shelter of all. Next, let's bring this all together, with one final message I need you to hear. You've made it this far, and that tells me something about you. You're not someone who freezes when things get scary. You're someone who listens, learns, and acts. That mindset, that ability to stay grounded while the world shakes, is what gives you and your loved ones the best shot at safety, no matter what happens next. This video wasn't about predicting the future. It was about getting ahead of it. Because while the headlines focus on strategy, politics, and blame, we focus on what you can control: preparation, clarity, and resilience. If you take even just one step today, pack a bag, make a plan, talk to your neighbors, you're ahead of 90% of the population. And if more people did that, we'd all be better off. And here's the truth: it's not about gear. It's about mindset. The more calm, capable people we have in times of crisis, the stronger our communities become. I'll be here giving you more tools, strategies, and calm guidance. No hype, no panic, just what works. So if you found this helpful, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it with someone you care about. Because survival is something we do together. Stay safe. Stay smart. Stay ready.